Hey Leopard Nation, this is number 7, McLean Stinnett. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to Lindsay's #1 source of Leopardette softball, the Leopardette Sport Network.
Hey, number 20, Kaylin Taylor here, and I wanted to take the time to thank you all for tuning in to Leopard Nation's #1 source for live streaming, the Leopard Sports Network.
This is number 19, Jaden Webb. I want to thank everybody out there in Leopard Nation for tuning in to the home Leopardette softball, the Leopardette Sports Network.
Yeah, good afternoon, folks, and welcome here to Ripley, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are about to square off against the Silo Lady Rebels here in the Ripley tournament. Coaches are at the plate meeting with the umps, getting everything squared away, and Leopardettes have been practicing. They're in the dugout ready to go, and Lee had a tough first game of the tournament, but looks like the girls are fired up and ready to go.
In the first game, there's a couple of things that, it was basically it was a game from the fourth inning on. We got a runner on, got them in running scoring position twice, wasn't able to do anything with it. They were able to get it in a scoring position twice and did something with it. So, we said going into the game of Dale that it was going to be a test to see where we were at. And I think it showed our girls that they can play with anybody.
Yeah, in football, you'd call it a tale of two halves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And really, the first half of our game against Dale was just a defensive battle.
That's correct. And it was still, even all the way up to the end, it was a defensive game. They just waited. They took advantage of our mistakes when we didn't take advantage of theirs.
Yes.
And so, you can't ask. I mean, they played well defensively. There's a couple of times where we did some things that uncharacteristic of ourselves, but forced errors are usually what causes the loss of a game, and they our forced errors cost us more than their forced errors did.
Sure did.
But now going into Silo, I think this will be the third time. I know for sure the second time that we've played Silo.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no secrets between either team. They know what we got, we know what they got. Let's go have fun and see what happens. So it's going to be who hits the ball. I know Silo's head coach isn't here. So, usually when teams' head coaches, either they do really, really well or they do really, really bad. And, Silo's head coach, he's a stickler. And I know their assistant coaches, they're good coaches. And, just coaching styles are different. So we'll see. And, we just got to play error-free ball. Back our pitcher up, do our jobs in the field, come up to the plate, swing for the fence, so to speak. So,
yeah, and it looks like the girls are. Looks like we're gonna have Addie Dotson gonna be pitching to begin this game, and Lily's gonna be catching.
Well, and it's good that we have. McLean started the first game. McLean's banged up, and her shoulders are hurting and knees are hurting and whatnot. But so it's nice that we have two catchers. But not only do we have two, but we have a third catcher in the Wood girl that moved over from Maysville. So
we're deep. So it looks like Maddie's going to be out on first. Maddie McGowan. Jaden's going to stay out on second. It looks like Reese Flood's going to take short. Kaylin Taylor's going to be on third. And is that McLean out and left?
It looks like McLean in left, and you got Brecken in right, and I believe that is Barron in center. That's somewhere else that we've gotten a lot better as far as the outfield. We did lose a senior from the outfield last year, but even by losing her, we picked up some girls that can play outfield, and so we're not dropping off that much. So, which is good, because that was going to be the glaring hole, so to speak.
And number 12 will be up first to bat.
Yeah, good luck pronouncing that name. Bo something. Bo Trump, Bo Tram, Joe Bro Dram. I'm not real sure. So we'll just call it 12.
Number 12. And first pitch, call the ball. 1-0 the count. No out. Oh, that one will
Hit her in the butt.
Hit her in the left thigh. And folks watching at home, thanks to the new fan microphone, you could probably hear that. That was definitely loud.
So, Addie's last outing, she had a really, really good outing. She had struggled a little bit prior to that, and she found her rhythm, and she'll get on her reel right here and do just fine. So,
and that's going to bring number 15 up to bat. Pitch got away from Addie there, so that's going to send the runner over to second. Corners are going to be empty now. No outs. And I thought 1-0 will be the count. Next pitch on the way. Called strike. 1-1 now the count. No outs, lone. And the runner snuck in over there to third, and I didn't catch that, but she stole it.
Kaylin playing up, and Reese was in the hole, was coming over, but when the girl showed bunt, it pulled Kaylin in.
Pitch away. It's going to be fouled away. That'll bring the count to 1-2.
You see a girl square to bunt, your corners are going to crash, and which is what Kaylin was doing, and Reese had to come over as hard as she could, but she has to play that slap off. So, it's going to be a delay getting over there, so it's kind of an easy steal for any team.
15, waiting pitch. Dotson lets it fly. Foul ball. 1-2 still the count. No outs. And next pitch in the air. And it's going to be popped
foul.
up. Way fouled. High ball. Had some distance on it, Lee, so we hope that young lady don't straighten that thing out because it could be pretty nasty.
Pitchers live and die in the river, and the river being the outside edges of the plate. And they're told if you get it more than 2 inches off the edge of the plate, that's no man's zone. And that's where you're asking.
It's going to be popped out into right field. Snagged up by Klein, who advances the ball in. Unable to get the out at home as Silo records. Puts a point on the board.
Great play by Brecken. Great throw. One hops it into home plate. I mean, that's a great throw. So, but nothing you can do. I mean, they're just going to score on that. That was a good job of hitting, just getting it up and out into the outfield so they can get a chance to get a run on the board.
That's going to bring up number 1 to bat for Silo. Pitches away. Called ball. Bases empty. 1 out. 1-0 the count. Next pitch on the way. Again, called ball. Now 2-0 the count.
I have a sneak. This won't be the last time we see Silo. I'm pretty sure they're 3A. They may be 2A, but again, it's
pitch on the way. Swung at and missed for strike 1. 2-1 now the count with 1 out. The bases are empty.
Sorry.
Dotson gaining some traction here and hitting her stride. Next pitch. On the way, swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 2. 2-2 now the count. 1 out. Number 1 up to bat. 4.
I'm not sure I don't take a chance to throw another one high up.
Dotson.
Showing that she wants to swing at that high pitch.
Lets the ball fly. It's going to be popped up over to right field. Brecken Klein makes the play for out number 2. That's 2 outs in a row for Brecken Klein, so she's earning her keep out there in right field today.
Good job of pitching by Addie, keeping the ball out and away, out of the girl's power. And she throws it out and away. The girl, good job of hitting, but just goes right to somebody.
And that'll bring up number 13 to bat for the Lady Rebels. Pitch lands a little shallow of the plate, so that'll be a ball. Bring the count to 1-0. Waiting the pitch. Pitch on the way.
Pitch high.
Bring the count to 2-0.
So Silo's 2A, we're 3A. Dale's 2A. So and Silo was in the state tournament last year. This whole tournament's full of teams that played in the state tournament. So it's going to be a good test
Pitch
all the way
away.
around.
Called strike. That'll bring the count to 2-1. 2 outs. Leopardette. Pitch away.
Nice pitch right there on the inside.
Called strike. 2-2 the count. 1 out away from evening the score. Pitch going to be fouled away.
Pitch right there by Eddie.
That breeze feels nice.
Yeah, as long as it stays up. Trees aren't moving much, so.
Next pitch. In the air, on the way. It's going to be line drive over to Reese Flood, who overthrows Maddie McGowan. That's going to send the runner on to second. And that'll bring up number 5 to bat for Silo. That's Paddock. And Paddock is the 5-hole hitter. Next pitch in the air. It's going to be fouled away. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Lone runner on second. Corners empty. Number 5 again up to bat for the Lady Rebels. Dotson. Pitches away. It's going to be popped up over into right field. Klein. And it's going to fall just foul. Klein almost had that play.
You had Klein coming one way, Madison coming the other, and heck, you even had Jaden coming over too. So they had it triangled up. Just in that right spot where nobody could get to it.
0-1 the count. Again, number 5 batting for the Rebels. That'll be Paddock. Pitch in the air on the way. Called ball.
Woo.
1-2 now the count.
That's tight.
Looked to be strike to me, but
well, up and down.
What
It
I
was
don't-
right.
what
Up
I
and down,
see
it was
don't
right. It had to be somewhere on the
had
outside.
been.
Because up and down, it was perfect.
Pitch away. Called ball. 2-2 now the count.
And see, that's some of the problem too when you get umpires that don't call a whole lot of softball pitching. The girl that can move the ball up and down like Addie does. Sometimes they don't realize what they're seeing, and they call where the ball finishes, not where
Pitch
it
away.
stops.
And it's going to be a knock. It's going to be called foul. And we got a good break there, Lee.
Yes, no, we got a real good break.
We got a break there. 2-2 will remain the count with 2 outs. Lone runner on second. It's too many twos, Lee.
A whole lot of twos. 2 runners, 1 runner on, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And pitch away. Called ball. We'll have a full count. Again, full count with 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning. Pitch on the way. Called ball. That'll send the runner to first. Runners now on first and second with number 4 up to bat for the Lady Rebels. Addie Dotson pitching for the Leopardettes. Get pitch away.
Well, he's calling tight. I mean, as long as he calls this tight for the other side, I'll be okay. But
1-0 the count. Next pitch on the way. It's going to be fouled away.
had Maddie tracking, but she realized it was way out of play, and so she pulls up, which is good. I don't want any kid to keep on running and run through that fence or run over, and in her case, she'd be my luck, she'd hit that fence top thrill and roll over the top and hurt something. So
1-1 the count. 2 outs. Pitch on the way.
It's going to be foul
That
ball.
one's going to land foul. Right down the first baseline.
They're killing that right side right now. And I think a lot of it is we're throwing a lot of pitches to the outside, and it's good hitting, kind of what a pitcher gives you.
Dotson gets the pitch away. It's going to hit the ground. It's going to get away from the catcher. Runners will make it to second and third. First base, the only empty base in the field. Pitch in the air. It's going to be fouled away. Count will remain 2-2. Thank you. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Rebels on top, threatening to score with
We're
runners
just low.
on second and third.
Full runs the count to full.
Dotson gets the pitch off. Looked low, Lee.
That was low. That loads the bases. 2 outs, bases loaded. Lily calls time, goes out, talks to her sister, and tries to settle her down a little bit. It's hot. You know, it's, I'm sure the sweat coming on her hands and everything. You see her always reaching down and grabbing dirt and wiping it off. But we just got to settle in right here and go to work.
You know, these girls respond well whenever they're down. So
Well, so far this year they've responded well with their back against the wall. So
pitch away, high ball. Bringing the count to 1-1.
shallow. That's going to score 2. So shallow right field base hit scores 2 right there. To score 3-0 in the first. Kind of similar to what we've seen against Jones. Now we're down 3-0 with 2 outs, and we'll see how the girls respond right here.
You know, the last time we played Silo, we beat them 3-0.
And the time before that was 5-1. So
Yeah. So
you know, you'd like to think that that's the way it goes every time, but you still got to go out and play the game. So first pitch called strike for Maddie.
runner was able to steal second there, Lee. So we've got runners on second and third. Pitch away. It's going to be
Ball
a
hits
grounder
Jade
over
Grounder.
Webb at second.
Easy pitch. It tosses it to Madison. Finishes up. Gets her third out. Keep the score at 3-0 with the top of our lineup coming to bat. With that, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
They better pull the head
Welcome
out of
back here to Ripley, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are taking on Silo in the Ripley tournament. And we're going to start the bottom of the first inning. Leopardettes down 3-0. First up to bat for the Leopardettes will be number 6, Reese Flood. Silo, a team we've already played a couple times this year. 5-1. We beat them the first time, 3-0 the second time. First pitch is away. Little low, called ball, 1-0 the count for
So far,
Flood.
he's calling consistent because he called that same thing a ball for Addy a while ago. So that's good to see when you get an umpire that can call consistent.
Flood waiting the pitch. Pitch is away. Called strike, 1-1 now the count. With McLean Stinnett waiting her turn to bat. As we mentioned before, McLean, the daughter of Larry Stinger Stinnett. Again, 1-1 the count for Flood.
Should be 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Pitch away. Low, called ball.
Should be 3-1. First pitch, ball. Second pitch, strike. Third pitch, ball. Fourth pitch, ball.
We've got it wrong on the board. 3-1
I believe so.
the
Should be.
count.
I think it's 3-1.
Next pitch. It's going to be a well-hit ball over left field.
And she makes the catch.
Left fielder able to make the play out there, so that'll be out number 1 for the Leopardettes, and that'll bring up number 7 to bat, McLean Stinnett.
Sit back and wait on it.
Stinnett gets set. Pitch in the air, on the way, way low, hits the ground. 1-0 will be the count. And Leopardette's getting fired up there in the dugout. Pitch away.
Hey, you're right.
1-1 the count. 1 out with number 14, Lily Dodson, waiting her turn to bat. Pitch on the way, called strike. That'll bring the count to 1-2 for the Leopardettes. No runners on. Bottom of the first here. Stinnett waits. Again, that pitch is going to be a little high. 2-2 will now be the count for Stinnett. Pitch way low. That's going to bring us to a full count for Stinnett.
Yeah, I think it's funny how many of these girls wear work gloves rather than actual batting gloves. You got McLean.
Pitch on the way, swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 3. Out number 2 for the Leopardettes here in the bottom is first. Bringing up Lily Dotson to bat for the Leopardettes, a 3-hole hitter. Pitch away. Called ball. 1-0 now the count. going to be
Foul ball.
fouled away, bringing the count to 1-1 with 2 outs. Kaylin Taylor will be next up to bat. Patiently wait her turn. Dodson waits the pitch. Pitch on the way. She's going to foul that one away. And
She got some new life right here. Should have been a ball that hits in the middle of her glove. That's one of those things you got to catch that.
1-2 the count. 2 outs for Lily Dodson. And next pitch in the air. And it looks like it's going to be fouled away. First baseman
May
able to
catch
make
that
the
time.
play. Gets the out. That'll be the final out of the inning. We're going to close out the first. Silo on top. 3-0. With that said, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back once again here to Ripley, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are taking on Silo here in the Ripley tournament. We're going to enter the top of the second inning. Silo on top, 3-0. Lead, some pretty uncharacteristic ball for the Leopardettes so far today.
So far, I mean, we're just not hitting the ball. And first game we were chasing a lot of stuff. This game, where everything, she's a much slower pitcher. Everybody's out over the front of it, instead of sitting back and waiting on it. They'll adjust. I think that they'll adjust. I mean, these girls most of these girls are travel team girls. They understand what's going on. They understand how, they've been playing most of these girls have been playing since they were 3, 4. So, at this point, there's nothing you can tell them. And there's a bunt, much like I said before we ever come on the air, I said, I guarantee we're going to see a bunt right here. But, they're just looking to produce base running and try to force us into errors.
Yeah, the girls, our girls come off of, they just, last pitcher was pitching some heat really fast, and then now
she wasn't throwing so hard that it, we've seen much harder pitching,
it's
but
enough
the
to
pitching
throw you off
indifference. But she was throwing a rise ball that, for whatever reason, it was starting out high and going higher, and we were wanting to chase it. Where this girl, that's, from Silo, she's more of an off-speed type pitcher. She's not throwing anything super fast.
That'll be strike number
right
3, out number 1 of this second inning.
It's a great job by Addie, just, keeping it in the right zone. And I think they tell a pitcher you want to break planes as you're going through on a pitch. And, Addie throws the ball as well as anybody. When she gets on a rhythm, it's even worse. So, she finds her rhythm. She's going to be deadly. It scares me. You see all these girls from Silo sitting over in their dugout, and the way they're hitting Addie. Everything wants to go to our right, the players left, and they're all sitting in that open hole right there. One of those girls is going to eat a ball, and that really scares me. I hate seeing any kid get hit or get hurt.
Going to be a over left field.
McLean gets up underneath it and makes the catch.
That'll be out number 2 for from Stinnett. Getting her share. You know, that pitch hits the ground. Call the ball, but first inning, Klein was getting a workout over there in right. Now Stinnett's getting a workout in left. Bruce lonely out there in center. Next pitch away.
Personally, I just soon all
Going to be
outfitters
popped
be lonely.
up. Flood's going to get up underneath it. Able to snag it up for out number 3. That'll close up the top of the 3rd inning.
That'll bring up 4, 5, and 6 for us coming up. So.
And with that being said, stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
And welcome back here to Ripley, Oklahoma, as your Leopardettes are taking on the Silo Lady Pirates here in the Ripley tournament. We're getting to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Silo on top, 3-0. First up to bat for the Leopardettes will be number 20, Kaylin Taylor. Taylor waits the pitch. Pitch in the air, way high. Gets away from the catcher. And folks, if I have a little bit more pep in my step and lead in my pencil this 3rd inning, it's because the Miss Carrie Raines brought me a good sandwich from Subway, and that ball, Taylor snags the ball, but what is this? Shortstop, number 9.
Bowerman.
I can't find their number. I can't find their. Huh?
Dextry Bowerman.
Okay, Bowerman.
Madison and her play ball together. Great kid. Really good shortstop.
That'll bring up number 24, Addie Dotson, for the Leopardettes.
Ball outside right there. Good job by Addie to holding off of it. With this girl, you're going to have to find the pitch that's right for you and give it a ride because, I mean, she's kind of erratic a little bit right now. You don't know if it's going to go to the fence or if it's going to go in the dirt or where it's going to go. So you get a pitcher like Reese or Addie, Maddie, you know, where they're consistent, where the ball is always coming through there, and they don't get very many that go to the fence. The deal, it's easy for a batter to get into a rhythm with them. You're like this, you never know what you're getting.
Next pitch, called strike. 1-2 will now be the count with 1 out. 1-2 the count. 1 out. Addie Dotson batting for the Leopardettes. Matt McGowan, number 5, waiting her turn to bat. Next pitch on the way. Called ball. Bring the count to 2-2 with 1 out. No runners on.
Hey. Socks don't match.
Dotson waiting the pitch. Ball's in the air.
Hey, let's go.
Called strike. Swung at and that'll be strike 3. Out number 2. And that'll bring up number 5, Maddie McGowan. to bat for the Leopardettes. And Jaden Webb will be waiting her turn. Maddie pops the ball up. Second baseman underneath it, snags it up. That'll be out number 3. That'll close out this second inning. Silo on top, 3-0. With that being said, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball live on the Leopardette Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Welcome back here to Ripley, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are taking on the Silo Lady Rebels. We're going to enter the top of the third inning. Lady Rebels on top with a 3-0 lead. First up to bat this inning for the Lady Rebels will be number 1. Pitch is going to be fouled away. 0-1 will be the count. Next pitch. Called strike. 1-1 now the count.
He likes that low strike right there. He's not afraid to call it. A lot of umpires won't call that. He'll call it every time. So. Fouled down first baseman. Strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
And Lee, we did a little research. Silo is 3A.
They are 3A.
Yes, they are 3A.
So there's a chance we see them again later down the road. It'd be, regional, super regional, or even state tournament. So
1-2 the count. Again, 1-2 now the count. Pitch away. It's going to be popped up over into left field. Stinnett unable to get the ball. Runner rounds first, makes it safely to second as the ball arrives. Courtesy of, that's Cruz out there in center, correct?
yes.
I'm getting old. I can't see that far. Now we have corners looking like ghost towns. Runner on second. Number 13 up to bat for Silo. That's going to be Dotson pitching. First pitch swung at and missed. 0-1 to count. Next pitch in the air, on the way, way low. Called ball. Bring the count to 1-1.
Called strike. She left her bat out. Strike 2.
Okay. So 0-2 the count. Can't. My equipment's right there, and
that's why
I'm staying right here.
That's why I moved over
what
here.
What little
so
shade I have. Pitch away.
Runner will advance to second or third. Excuse me, off of the pitch in the dirt.
That one bounced up off of home and got away from the catcher, Lee. 1-2 the count. No outs. Runner on third. Next pitch. It's going to be popped up
Back
over
out to
into
McLean.
left field.
Yeah,
McLean
drop in front of
Stinnett,
him.
unable to secure the ball. Silo puts one across home and lands one on first. That's going to bring the score 4-0. Silo on top. Number 5 up to bat for Silo. That's Paddock. Next pitch on the way. Cold ball. 1-0 the count. Yeah, this ump seems to be a little more consistent.
Yeah, and you know what he's going to call. I mean, there's no question when he calls strike versus ball. So. Oh, hit to Jaden. She'll get it over to Madison to get the one. Runner will advance to second.
And that one hits the dirt. 1-0 the count with one out. One runner on second. Corners empty. Lets the pitch go. Slips past Webb there at second.
Got her.
Klein able.
Woo!
And
wow. Even their coach can't believe she was safe on that one.
that one. We're going to have runners out on second and third. Number 17 will be in the game, running for number 4. And I apologize, we do not have a lineup for Silo, so there's no 17 wrote down.
He didn't write any of the names down on there. He just wrote out the first 10, and that was it.
They haven't been around.
No.
Been 2 of them that aren't even on there. Number 3, I'm not sure what that strategy is, but number 3 batting for Silo. That's Atwood. Pitch on the way. 0-1 the count. Make that 1-1 now with 1 out. Runners on second and third. Dotson gets the pitch off. Called strike. Bringing the count to 1-2. Here in the top of the third inning. Pitch is away. Swung at and missed for strike number 3. Out number 2. And that's going to bring up number 2 to bat for the Lady Rebels. Pitch in the air. Called strike. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Pitch is going to be popped up. And Webb unable to secure it as Silo puts 2 more on board. That'll bring the score. Silo up 6-0. Gonna bring up number 9, Bowerman, to bat for the Lady Rebels. Lone runner on first. Pitch away. And he's going to call that one ball this time.
It's a little lower than the others. I mean, he's being consistent. I mean, it's
2 outs. Lone runner out there on first. That one called strike. 1-1 now the count. 2 outs. Pitch is away.
fouled to the right there. Give us 2 strikes. Need to get this third out right and get out of this inning. Get up to the plate and start doing something because, you know, going even all the way back to the first game, we've not hit the ball. Nobody's really hit it. I mean, we've hit it, but, you know, dinking it is not hit, not characteristic to what we're used to seeing and doing.
No, they spoiled us against Jones. That one swung at and missed for strike number 3, out number 3. It's going to close out the top of the 3rd inning. Lady Rebels on top, 6-0. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
And welcome back here once again to Ripley, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are taking on the Silo Lady Rebels here in the Ripley tournament. We're going to enter the bottom of the 3rd inning. Silo on top, 6-0. Leopardettes just really, just like you said, Lee, just not able to get those bats hot.
No, and that's just it. I mean, it's going to take one person to hit the ball, and you'll see some life turn around in these girls. But yeah, it's hot, and you know, it's about at this point. It's about who wants it more. And you know, when you've dug yourself a hole, you know, 6 runs down, it's going to take a lot to come dig out of this hole, and we can do it. I mean, we've shown in the past that we can score 10, 12, 14 runs in an inning. We've done it 2 or 3 times already, you know, coming through the summer league, and did it earlier this week against Jones.
And
so
that's going to bring up number 19 to bat for the Leopardettes. That's Jaden Webb with Brecken Klein awaiting her turn.
Yeah, we'll have 7, 8, 9 at the plate.
Pitch away. Low, called ball, 1-0 the count. Pitch away.
Ooh.
Called strike, bringing the count to 1-1. Pitch going to be fouled away. 1-1 will. Correction. That'll bring the count to 1-2.
1-2.
Swung at and missed for
Foul
strike.
Ball. Yep.
She fouled it away.
No, it was a swing and a miss.
That was a swing and a miss, so it'll be strike number 3, out number 1. That will bring up number 2 to bat for the Leopardettes, Brecken Klein. the way. It's going to be popped up into center field.
Trouble.
And
That'll
they're
fall
unable
fair.
to make the play. That will put Klein on first and bring up number 13 to bat for the Leopardettes. That's Hallie Harris with Reese Flood waiting her turn to bat.
No, it'll be Reese.
No, it will be.
Yeah, Reese is the one hole.
They've got me all mixed up. Pitch. Called strike. 0-1 the count. 1 out. Lone runner. Klein out on first. Pitch away. Klein, as the ball gets away from the catcher, Klein trots on out to second. Leaving the corners empty here in the bottom of the third.
We need Hallie to slap one to the left side of the field to make him throw that hard far across, because if she hits it to the left side, there's a good chance she's getting on.
And Harris fouls that one away. Count will remain 1-2. 1 out. Harris waits the pitch, pops it up over to third base.
No, but shortstop comes over and gets it.
Okay. Miss Taylor was in my way. But I'm not complaining because I'm still in the shade. That'll be out number 2 here in the bottom of the third. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup with number 6, Reese Flood. Lone runner. Brecken Klein out on second. Corner's empty. Pitch away. Called strike. 0-1 the count. Pitch. Called ball. 1-1 now the count. Swung at and missed for strike number 2. That'll bring the count to 1-2 with 2 outs. Klein, lone runner out on second. Pitch in the air. Called ball. Bring the count to 2-2 for Reese Flood. McLean Stinnett waiting her chance to bat. Next pitch on the way. A little high. 3-2 now the count. Full count for Reese Flood. Ball's away. It's going to be batted down the third baseline.
Just foul.
It did get fouled away. Again, full count. Silo's catcher visiting with her partner out there. And it appears they've got everything squared away and they're ready to get back to playing some ball with a full count and 2 outs. Reese Flood.
We need Reese on right here. We need to get some base runners.
Pitch is going to be ball 4.
Run,
And
Turner.
Klein.
I'd take a chance at this speed right here. I'd roll her right there, force them into an error, score Klein.
Klein Klein able to steal third. Flood takes her place out there on first with 2 outs. McLean Stinnett will be the next up to bat.
I'm pretty certain it'll be almost a given for, of course, they're trying to dial something up right here. They're going to try to probably throw it to shortstop, something like that, try to get us to steal, make them think they're throwing down to second. We got to pay attention right here. Pay attention to where the ball's at.
Pitch away. Hits the ground as Flood takes off and trots over to second. So we've got Reese Flood on second, Brackett Klein on third, Coach Lowry lonely over there waiting for some company on first, and McLean Stinnett, number 7, batting for the Leopardettes. 2 outs. Next pitch, hit the ground, called ball, 1-0 the count. Actually, shouldn't that be 2-0?
I think so. Yes, it's 2-0.
2-0 should be the count, yes.
They're not very
They're
accurate
not
on the
showing
board
it on
out
the
there.
board, but the count 2-0.
Shiloh calls timeout. Coach goes visit with his pitcher for a second just to kind of slow the pace down a second.
And Lily Dotson waits her turn to bat for the Leopardettes. With a 2-0 count, McLean Stinnett patiently waits the pitch. With 2 outs. Again, runners on second and third. Reese Flood and Brecken Klein, respectively. Stinnett steps back up to the plate. Pitch in the air, swung at and missed. That'll be strike 1, bringing the count to 2-1.
Leave that down there.
Pitch away. It's going to be a grounder
nice snag.
over to the third baseman, who's able to get that third out at first.
Strand 2 runners. Again, 2 runners on. I mean, that seems to be the norm so far this tournament is we're stranding runners.
With that being said, we're going to close out this third inning. Leopardettes down 6-0. Don't go away. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
And welcome back to Ripley, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are taking on Silo, the Silo Lady Rebels here in the Ripley tournament. Leopardettes down 6-0 as we enter the top of the 4th inning. Number 12 up to bat for Silo. That's back to the top of the lineup. Pitch away. It's going to be popped up. And Maddie McGowan
good job.
Able to get the out.
Way to track it and catch it going away. That's a good job at just tracking the ball.
There's been several hit over in that general direction, but they fell just a little bit farther to the west over around that fence area. So it was a good job of Maddie to recognize that, you know, this one's a little different. I can snag it up.
Yeah, that's a good job.
Next pitch, number 15 up to bat for Silo. First pitch, called a strike. 0-1 to count, 1 out. Next pitch is in the air. It's going to be popped up the left field.
McLean got it.
McLean Stinnett grabs that one. Quick second out for the Leopardettes. And, Lee, this is where we need to be at this point in the ball game.
Yeah, no, we need to be playing better defense. And it's not that we've played bad defense, good defense. And that's one thing about this team that has that's never been an issue is playing defense.
Up to bat now for the Lady Rebels is number 1, Tubby. Counts 0-1 with 2 outs. Next pitch is in the air. Called ball, 1-1 the count.
1-1 pitch coming. Hit down the third baseline to Kaylin Taylor. She tosses it across to Madison. That gets us out of the inning. 1-2-3. First 1-2-3 inning we've had. So that's a good job with the girls.
And the only way to describe that portion of the game is complete awesome sauce, Lee.
Well, now
girls just put it together, did what they needed to do,
being awesome,
and made
now
it happen.
It's gonna take us coming to the plate and hitting the ball.
And we're not going to take a break this time. We're just going to stick with it.
Yeah, they're gonna go quick. They're fixing to throw it down and get the umpire out here and getting ready to go. And, you know, Silo's feeling pretty good about themselves, and they should. They're up 6-0. Now it's up to us to come back and start putting something on the board and put something together right here toward the end.
Yeah, and next up to bat for the Leopardettes will be number 14, Lily Dodson, followed by one of my 22 favorite softball players, number 20, Kaylin Taylor. Dodson patiently waiting for Silo to get their players in place and get her a pitch she can hit. Bottom of the fourth here, Silo on top, 6-0. Lee, I've got a sneaking suspicion that our girls are gonna get some redemption this inning.
I hope so. I mean, it's we're due. I mean, we've not hit the ball yet. You know, through
Lily Dodson.
9 innings, we've not really hit the ball very well. We've had a couple, you know, hit here or there, but you know, nothing just up to what we would call our standard.
And that first pitch called the ball. 1-0 the count. I can't believe it. I'm actually ahead of the guy that's running the board. Uh-oh.
Brings count 1-1. Ball low.
Dodson. Pitch is in the air. It's going to be a nice grounder over to the shortstop who's unable to secure the ball. Dodson makes it to first. That's going to bring up number 20, Kaylin Taylor, to bat for the Leopardettes. With number 24, Addie Dodson, waiting her turn as number 10 comes in to run for, that's going to be Wood, correct?
Riley Wood.
And she's going to be running for Lily, who's catcher. So, again, Kaylin Taylor batting for the Leopardettes. 1-0 the count. Next pitch, going to be fouled away.
I was just told you're wrong on that last name. It's Anderson. You've been calling her Briley Wood. It's Briley Anderson.
I'm just, whatever they write down.
I'm going by the boss lady next to me.
Oh.
She said you're wrong.
No, I'm talking about up here on my piece of paper. It is Anderson.
And I just got a text from J.C. Anderson's mom. Hey, that's J.C. So, J.C. Anderson. Nice job.
Now, I'm going to have to watch my back because I know I've got
Katie-
a mad mama.
Katie's coming after you now.
I apologize. 2-1 the count. Ball's going to be popped up into
that's
center
gonna
field. Lady Rebels able to get the quick out. That's going to leave. Listen, Lee, watch this. Here's my redemption. Katie, are you listening? That's going to leave Anderson, number 10, out there on first. Number 24, Addie Dotson. Up to bat, first pitch, called ball. 1-0 the count. You know, there's nothing worse than having a mama bear after you, Lee.
I just told Katie they all look the same
They do.
with these uniforms on. I just saw the 1 and didn't see the 0. It's all.
By the end of the season, I'll probably have all their names and numbers down. And catcher is going to go out.
She said you're safe. She'll let you slide this time.
Oh, good. Well, she hadn't heard who my bodyguard is for this game, though. Miss Kathy Horsley's my bodyguard. Ain't nobody messing with me. But
That's killing time.
looks like we've got
We're killing time is what we're doing.
Dotson and McGowan out there comparing notes, or taking notes, comparing their notes. Again, folks, we're in the bottom of the fourth. Leopardettes down 6-0. Count is 1-0 with 1 out. Addie Dotson up to bat for the Leopardettes. Lone runner Anderson out on first. Second, third empty. Pitch away. Called strike. That'll bring the count to 1-2. And I was wrong. He called that one a ball. So
No, don't pay attention. He
2-1.
called strike.
That one's going to be popped up over into right field.
That's going to fall
It's
foul.
going to fall foul. Ooh.
That girl
That
backed out
girl
the fence.
almost hit her chin on that fence.
She got new life right here.
That's what I don't like that about these low pipe fences.
Yeah.
Man, those will get a chin. 2-2 the count for Addie Dotson. Pitch away. She's going to let it go. That'll bring us to a full count with only 1 out and Maddie McGowan awaiting her turn to bat. Again, Anderson, lone runner out there on first. Pitch
Ball low.
will be called a ball. That's going to send Addie over to first. Anderson over to second. Third's going to be empty. But Lee,
That'll send
I'd like to-
Leslie Wilmot in to do pinch running right here.
you want to take bets on whether Anderson steals third or not?
I don't know what he's going to try to dial up right here.
Maddie McGowan steps up to the
We
plate.
just need base hit right here.
Waits the pitch. Pitch is away. It's going to be knocked
Jams
up
her in.
into
It's gonna
center
be shallow.
field. And they're able to get the out.
Oh.
That'll be out number 2.
We are just not hitting the ball.
And that's going to bring up number 19, Jaden Webb, to bat for the Leopardettes, with number 2, Brecken Klein, awaiting her turn.
I don't know that I've seen a stretch of ball being played that we're playing right now that we just are not hitting the ball.
First pitch going to be fouled away, bringing the count to 0-1 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Silo on top, 6-0. Here comes the pitch.
Ball
Call
outside.
ball. 1-1 now the count. Next pitch. Call ball. 2-1 now the count. Count now 3-1 for Jaden Webb. Webb showing bunt. Pitch in the air. Called strike. Now we have a full count, Lee, with 2 outs.
I had to look at it.
That one's going to be popped up. First baseman able to get up underneath it. That'll be out number 3. That'll close out the 4th inning. Silo on top, 6-0. That being said, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.
Patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Welcome back here to Ripley, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are taking on Silo in the Ripley tournament. Entering the top of the 5th inning, Leopardettes down 6-0, Lee, with number 13 up to bat for Silo. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, again.
Make that 2-0.
You know, we've talked about this. Just playing uncharacteristically bad. I mean, defensive-wise, we're doing great. Just for whatever reason, we just cannot hit the ball. And it's not because it's been terrible pitching. It's just
that one's going to be popped up. Webb's getting up underneath it. She snags it up, gets the quick out. That's first out of the inning.
It's just a matter of, you know, either we're swinging at poor pitch selection or just can't meet it up the ball. Can't barrel it up. And, you know, Dale, first game, you know, we went through the first 9 batters, struck out, which has never happened that I can tell.
First pitch, or next pitch called a strike.
At least this game, you know, we're hitting the ball. We're getting the bat on the ball. It's just not doing anything with it.
3-1 the count. Next pitch. Called us. As the ump is giving coaching instructions to the batter. Next pitch away. Can be fouled away. Bringing the count to 3-2. 3-2. And should be 1 out. Pitch away. Way low. And that's going to send the runner to first. I thought that was number 4. Is it not?
No, it was 2. Don't trust that board.
3-1 the count. I'm sorry.
Back to
it's going to be a line
Addie.
drive over to
That's a
Dodson.
good job.
And she's going to throw the runner out on first. Heads up play there by Dodson. That'll bring up number 4 to bat. And no name on that one.
Yeah, they've changed their lineup up quite a bit.
Next pitch. It's going to be popped up
Reese
over.
underneath it.
Reese gets up underneath it from the shortstop position. Gets out number 3. And we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball live on the Leopardette Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
And welcome back here once again as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning here in the Ripley tournament, as your Leopardettes are down 6-0 against the Silo Lady Rebels. First up to bat for this inning will be Brecken Klein, with Hallie Harris waiting her turn. First pitch called strike. Lindsay legend Brandon Klein is here in the facilities. Next pitch called strike. 1-1 now the count. Next pitch swung at and missed, bringing the count to 1-2. Next pitch. Called ball. 2-2 the count with no outs. Hallie Harris waiting her turn.
Full count.
And we do have a full count for Klein. That one's going to be popped up over into right field.
She'll get up underneath that.
And right fielder able to grab that one up, but just a few more feet and we would have had that one, Lee.
Yeah, maybe.
Up to bat next will be number 13, Hallie Harris. Called strike. A 1 to count. 1 out. Reese Flood will be next up to bat. Harris pops the ball over.
Oh.
And they're going to call that out.
That was close. That's about as close as you can get.
That'll be the second out of the inning for the Leopardettes.
And, she stumbled a little bit about halfway down the line, and I think that may be what was the difference. But even then, she was moving down the line.
That brings up number 6, Reese Flood, to bat for the Leopardettes. First pitch called ball. 1-0 the count. 2 outs. No runners on. Bottom of the 5th, Leopardettes down 6-0 with the clock ticking. Pitch away. Ball is going to be snagged up by the
That
third
should end the
baseman
ball game.
for a quick out.
That's it. Ball game.
And that is the ball game. Leopardettes fall 6-0 against a very good Silo Lady Rebels team. And with with that being said, we are going to go to a long break, but we'll be back at 4 o'clock. I cannot remember who we play.
Arnett.
We're going to play Arnett next,
Isn't it Arnett?
who just lost.
To Dale.
Arnett just lost to Dale. I don't remember the score, but
6-1.
nevertheless, we're going to take a long extended break, and then we'll be back for the Leopardettes